All right, looks like we officially are on the air, so we want to welcome everybody to our All-In Team Google Hangout tonight. This is a live showing. My name is Aaron Rashkin, and I'm one of the co-founders of the All-In Team here inside our company Empower Network, and we have a very, very cool hangout for you tonight. We want to, first of all, welcome all of our guests, everybody who's chiming in and tuning in from all around the world, from different corners of the globe, who came out here to kind of get to know us and find out a little bit more about who we are, what we do, and how you can be a part of it. And we're going to have some fun tonight. We were just kind of giggling here in pre-conference, and we have one of our panelists coming out here again in just a minute. He had to shut his camera off and come back on. But what I want to do before we get started is to introduce all of our panelists and our speakers tonight, because they have some great information. We've all been busy, very busy, focusing in on producing content with our brand new Kalatu blogging platform by Empower Network. It's our brand new viral blogging system, and it is absolutely incredible what's happening for the community of us who are using Kalatu to grow our businesses and our brands. And so let's do this. I'm going to go down south. We're going to go right down to our very first panelist, and we're going to bring her out. She comes from, I believe, Kansas, right, Elsa?
Well, I have lived in Kansas. Yeah, in Kansas. I'm sorry. I thought you said Canada. Yes, that's right, Kansas.
Yeah, this is Elsa Moss, and she's been blogging like a mad lady. And maybe you can just share 60 seconds of what you did before you got here, and how you got on board.
Well, a few years ago, when I was starting to look for ways how I could make some money. I was a full-time working mom. I was a nurse, and kids were quite a bit younger, and I really wanted to stay home with them. So I was looking, and as I tried out a bunch of things and didn't succeed in anything, I turned to the internet, and that was actually my very first time on the internet. Before that, it was not internet at all. And so that's how I found the system, and that's when I started. But since I had not any experience on the internet, so it has been rather quite a learning curve for me. So I had to learn this all, and I think I'm seeing some breakthrough, and having over this last year now, learning a lots of things, starting to understand and putting things together, how it works. And then just the last few weeks, I really started with this new Kalatu blog, which I then wanted to take advantage of it too. I started, and I had my my daughter. I put my daughter in here, so she is good with the electronics. So she's really good at figuring things out. That was kind of my really a stumbling block for me. So I think with her help, I have been able to do a lot to making big steps forward.
All right, great. Well, thanks for jumping out and sharing real quick. Let's do this. Let's jump all the way across the big pond over the Atlantic Ocean out to Portugal, where our very good friend and one of our team leaders here, Miguel Borges, is kind of hanging in the wings, waiting to jump out here. Morning, Miguel. How are you, my friend?
Good, very good.
What's going on out there? What is it, 2 in the morning for you?
Yeah, 2 something, yeah. Right here, like London time. Well, if you want me to share a little bit what I've been doing.
Yeah, just like 60 seconds of before you got into Empower. What did you do before Empower Network? Just about a minute's worth. And then we'll see if Adrian pops on. We'll bring Danielle out. And then we'll come back to you each in just a little bit.
Yeah, well, I've been doing managing companies for like almost 20 years, and then giving yoga classes and managing a therapy center. But then for 3 years, I've been struggling in an MLM company, and I was so tired of reaching the dream and living the nightmare of having tons and tons of meetings, hotel meetings and phone calls and three-way phone calls and all that stuff. and I was so tired of that. And one day I just found a way to do make money blogging, and so that's what I've been doing, making money blogging.
There you go. I love it. I love it. Well, thanks for jumping out, and we're going to come back to you in a few minutes. So I don't see Adrian. Adrian was on, and then he jumped off. So let's just go right down to Danielle, who's not only been a great business partner and running mate for me, but she's been a great friend for over 6 years now. When we met for the very first time when I got on the internet back in 2008, and she's somebody that knows probably just as much about internet marketing as anybody out there. I mean, she's probably an authority in most topics that you and I are familiar with. So I want to bring out Danielle Wilson.
Hey, Aaron. Yeah, it's awesome to be here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Awesome. All right. Yeah, it's awesome to be here. Stellar panel. I can't wait for Adrian to get on the line here, and a lot of exciting things to talk about tonight. It's been amazing, just the ride that has taken place here in this industry. I got into this industry 9 years ago now, this past December, just about a month ago. And it has been absolutely life-altering. Not only have I been able to, obviously take my income to a new level in many different capacities in this industry, but I've also met some of my best friends in the world, as Aaron was alluding to. He's definitely on that list. And like I said, I've been able to take on both some skill sets and some mindsets that have allowed me to do exactly what I set out to do 9 years ago, when my son was not even 1 at the time, and I was looking to be at home with him, be contributing to my family, and really set my family free. My son's father, my ex-husband now, and I were both very entrepreneurial when I got into the business. We were in the contracting world, and I was just not into it. There was no leverage, so much overhead, and I wanted to find a better way, and that's what really brought me to this industry. Wanting to have the flexibility to really work for myself, but have some leverage on top of that. And within about 6-7 months of getting started, I was able to triple our family's income, and things have changed. It's not only allowed me to be at home with my son for all of these years, but I'm also now a single mom, and have been able to do that and what I gratefully consider a very graceful way, because of the freedom, the flexibility, and the income that this industry provides. And like I said, work not just as a marketer in this industry, but in a lot of different areas. And that just goes to show, when you learn these skill sets, when you take on these mindsets, you can go in all kinds of different directions, and always know that you're going to be able to provide an income for your family. Very, very lucrative and versatile skill sets and mindsets here. So awesome to be here with all of you. And I've got Adrian Facebooking me here. So Aaron, I'm going to switch over to that. Couldn't be more excited to be here tonight. I know we're going to be covering some very, very powerful strategies to make the 2015 a very powerful year for all of you on the line tonight.
Yeah, great stuff, Danielle. And it's funny, we all have such diverse and different backgrounds. And for those of you that just jumped on here, my background was I was a personal trainer. I worked in the gyms, and I used to go to work at 6 in the morning in a pair of shorts and a collared T-shirt and walk around with my clients with a clipboard and count backwards from 10 to 1 while my client lifted weights. That's how I was living my life before I found the home business industry. And I fumbled around for, a good 15 years in home-based business and different network marketing companies and multi-level marketing companies. And like many of you, I did the things that my sponsor taught me to do, which was to make my list of family and friends and, invite them to home parties and hotel events and, cold call leads. I would purchase leads from lead generation companies and put them on a recorded message and literally spend 10, 12, sometimes 15 hours a day tied to my phone. And the problem with it was that, nobody could hear in my voice that I was having a good time. It was it was a struggle for me. I was grinding it out. And when you get on the phone with somebody and they hear that you're having a rough time, doing your presentation, and you're uncomfortable because you're so new at, cold calling hundreds of leads per day, that just sends the message that you're not having fun, you're probably not making much money. And so I struggled like that for many, many years. It took me, a long time to be able to build a successful business and a team. Now, I did do it long enough, right? I was smart enough to get started, but I was dumb enough never to quit, and I never quit. And so I got good at what I was doing. It took me a long time to do it, but I built a team in my last multi-level marketing company of over 10,000 people doing it the old school way, with the leads and the cold calling and the pitching, the neighbors and the family and the friends and the hotel events. And, we were doing 40 home parties per year at that time, and, we did that for 60 months. And after building a team of over 10,000 people in my last traditional network marketing company, my check was just a little bit over $4,000 a month, and it got me, I was very frustrated. So I turned to the internet, and I'm going to share with you a little bit more about what happened to me since, I got on the internet just a little bit over 6 years ago. But let me do this. I just saw Adrian jump out. He's one of the leaders on our team, and he's been very active over the last few years. And I think 2015 is his breakthrough year with his brand new Kalatu blog. So I want to bring Adrian out real quick because I know that he invited a lot of his guests and so forth to the hangout tonight. So Adrian, my friend, jump on out here, brother.
Hey, what's going on? Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear, man.
Cool. Good to see y'all. Miguel, Elsa, Danielle, how you doing?
Hey.
And of course, it's
Hey,
glad to be
Adrian,
here.
flip your camera down a little bit so we can see your whole face. Nope, that's up. There you go.
Okay. Yeah, I was just telling Danielle this is a different camera. For whatever reason, the camera that I usually use is not working, so I'm using the one that's embedded on the computer. So it might be a little bit fuzzy too, but it's all good. I'm here. Yeah, I'm excited. Like I said, 2015 is going to be an amazing year. Before finding in power, like Aaron was saying, the whole chasing family and friends and just going through the struggle of, hotel meetings, hotel parties, meeting people at Starbucks, that whole thing is just old and dead and gone. And not that it doesn't work, but I mean, it's not duplicatable, and it's just so frustrating. And for myself, I'm a family man. I have 2 small kids, lovely wife, and I'd rather be at home hanging out on the computer and building a business there instead of chasing people around. So, and now with our new, I guess this would be blog 3, EMV3 3.0 with Kalatu blog, guys, this is exciting. I mean, there's a lot of people who weren't blogging before who are so passionate and happy about blogging now because it's just streamlined, it's easy, it's fast. And all the assistance you have, like, it's just click and go with the give me an idea, give me a headline, and all the new things that they've implemented with the Kalatu blog. So, like you said, Aaron, it's going to be a breakthrough year for a lot of us. 2015 starting off with Revolution coming up next week in Las Vegas. So get your tickets if you don't already. And we're just excited. We're excited. Good to see y'all here, and ready to kick this new year off the right way. So, yeah.
Yeah, right on. Well, awesome. So, here's what I want to do, Adrian. I think this is probably like the best way to kick us off. For those of you that don't know, Kalatu actually is a Cherokee Indian word, and what it means is to tell your story. Okay, to tell your story. Funny. Yesterday, I spent the day on the mountain with my good friend Chris Rushlow, and he just spent about the last 90 days working on a project called the Epic Story. And the epic story is really a story about you, right? It's your story, right? So this Kalatu blog to tell your story is the perfect environment for you to actually share your story with the world, whether it be with people that you're showing your business to, or maybe they're prospects, or maybe they're business partners, or maybe you just want to share your story with people in the market that you're in, right? You want to brand yourself and create some authority in the marketplace so that people get to know, like, and trust you, and maybe you're going to obviously sell something of your own if you have your own product line. Maybe you're in a company that you want to sell for, maybe if you're in network marketing or multi-level marketing or some sort of affiliate or direct sales business, right? If you're in business, obviously it's to sell stuff. It's to sell something, whether it's you're selling a product, or you're selling a service, or you're marketing an opportunity, right? To tell your story means how you can share your story, just like we all just shared our stories about where we were before, how we got on board, right? And we're going to talk a little bit about where our businesses are going now with Kalatu. But like Adrian referred to, Kalatu is really the third version of the Empower Network viral blogging system. And when we launched just a little bit over 3 years ago, we were using a traditional what's called WordPress platform. And WordPress is one of the most search engine friendly platforms to publish, self-publishing platforms in the world. And so we were using that in the beginning of our Empower Network businesses and our memberships there to market whatever companies and products and opportunities that we were a part of. And what happened was the company grew to over 100,000 members in just its first year. I think it actually only took about 8 months to hit 100,000 members using this viral blogging system. And right around the company's second birthday, they launched a new version of the viral blogging system, and unfortunately, it didn't have quite the strength of the WordPress platform. And so for our whole second year on, up until just literally just several weeks ago, we were blogging on a system that didn't quite have the muscle that we knew we could have. And so the company reinvested literally, I think it's over $5 million now in the last 6 months in creating a very, very white label, customized version of the WordPress platform called Kalatu. And it's not just a publishing platform. It comes with training, unlike any other publishing platform that you'll ever find out there. Kalatu comes with training on how to build your brand, how to become an authority in your niche, how to share your story, how to pick the niche of people that you want to share it to, how to drive traffic, how to generate leads, and how to make sales on the internet. And like I always like to say, we do this all online. Most of us do it part-time, and we do it without having to pick up the phone to prospect, recruit, or do a single three-way call. And by using Kalatu and by learning how to publish, right, self-publish using this platform, we have literally thousands and thousands and thousands of members using it every single day. And we have people getting just the most amazing results, getting ranked on the first page of Google and making sales. And we're going to talk a little bit about what's happened for, my business. Danielle and I have been studying my business now for the last, 6 weeks or so or 8 weeks or so since I started blogging on Kalatu, and it's been pretty remarkable what we're going to share here tonight. But let me do this because I know that, Elsa, this is really the first time that you ever started blogging. And I know, Miguel, you're very heavily involved in blogging, and now Adrian as well. Maybe you guys can just share a little bit about our 21-day blogging challenge. What has that done for you? Kalatu has what's called the 21-day blogging challenge. What have you experienced with that? Elsa, you want to jump out here and go first?
Yeah, I can. An interesting part of that is that I did the 21 days, and right away I challenged my people to do a 100-day blog challenge. And the only thing is that it's really, really easy to blog. The previous version was already a very good one, excellent version, but this Kalatu is amazing because all the stuff that we already did before, it's much easier, much user-friendly, and much, much faster. So actually, I don't spend much time blogging. I just spend most of my time enjoying and having fun. And that's a good part of the business.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, go ahead. Adrian, do you want to say something?
Oh, yeah, I was going to say the same thing. Like I was saying earlier, it's crazy because the excitement you're seeing right now with Kalatu is like nothing like ENV1 or ENV2. People are really, really excited about this just because it's so easy now to blog. a lot of the problem people were having previous is that a lot of people get stuck trying to think of a topic like, well, what should I blog about today? And, you know, there's many things for us to blog about, obviously, but people just had the struggle of like, well, where should I go with it? But with EMD3 and the Kalatu blog, they have all the assistance right there for you. There's a tab that says, give me a headline, and it goes through like 15 or 20 different headlines according to whatever subject word you put in. And the other ones give me an idea, so it'll just give you random ideas as well. And that again goes through like 20 or even more ideas, and it's just like, it's just so easy. And then with the widgets, everything involved with this new blog it makes it so fun. I'm excited. I can't stress it enough how easy and how seamless it is for everybody to blog now. And what makes it cool with this 21-day blogging challenge is the consistency, because everybody's involved with the whole blog challenge. I mean, you can see the groups going on and people posting every day and syndicating everybody else's blogs and stuff like that. But it just helps people to get consistent, because besides the fact that people were trying to find something to blog about, another thing was that people weren't consistently blogging every day. And now you see people throwing 2 and 3 blogs up a day. So yeah, it's cool. And like you said, I mean, Elsie, I saw you the other day. Elsie's on first page of Google, which is awesome. Congratulations on that. You know, it's exciting. It's exciting. It's those small wins, stuff like that. It just get people excited. So we're gonna rock out 2015. It couldn't have came at a better time.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's cool when you talk about the 21-day blogging challenge. It's about literally just following a template, right? They ask, you know, the blogging challenge asks questions, right? You know, and it's just simple stuff. It's basically just like fill in the blank, answer a few questions, and then click post. And now you have a blog post that's created for you, and it can literally take 5 minutes, 10 minutes to make a post. And the reason that it's a 21-day blogging challenge is because 21 days of doing anything creates a habit, and habits create futures. And if you can embrace the 21-day blogging challenge and do all 21 days, there's a pretty good chance that by day 22, you're going to feel pretty comfortable blogging. Not just comfortable, but you're going to be good at it, because you're going to have gone through a bunch of training. You're going to learn exactly what to do and how to do it. You're going to be surrounding yourself with a blogging community. And the truth is that when you blog, right, when you blog about whatever, you know, topic that you choose to blog about, okay, what's happening is you're creating an audience. You're creating a following. You're getting people to, like I mentioned earlier, know, like, and trust you. And when you offer things for sale, right, after somebody gets to know, like, and trust you, and you show them an offer on something that you're selling or that you're marketing, right, chances are they're going to take a look at what it is, and the right person, right, when the right message gets in front of the right person at just the right time, that's when people click the Buy Now button, and they purchase your product or service. And this is exactly what happens, right, for the thousands of our members that blog daily, right? They tell others, meaning that they share their link, their blog link, with other people, right, whether it be on social media, or if you have a following, say, you know, through an email marketing list, or if you have, you know, an audience on any one of the, you know, many platforms that are out there where people, you know, are really creating a center of influence for themselves around their niche and so forth. So lots of really powerful stuff in there. And Elsa, give us a little bit of background. Maybe you can give us a little bit of an idea of what you're doing here with the Kalatu blog.
Okay, yeah, as I alluded earlier on, is, you know, this all has been for me quite a rather large learning curve, including writing. You know, number one, English is not my first language, and so, but just coming up with stuff, it's a challenge. But when I started with this Kalatu, I just made it a point. I just decided that I'm going to do it now. I mean, in fact, just, you know, do it every day. So that was one step, and and then I also, how in the Kalatu blogging system, how you can syndicate it to Google and so on. So I've been doing that too. And then what I also have been doing is parallel to blogging, what I do is I make a very short video, like I try to have it less than 3 minutes, just introducing my blog that I do, and then including the keyword, what you and I were talking early on, with the keyword. So, and then I put it on YouTube. So I have each day I put a video on YouTube with the keyword that I use it on my Kalatu blog. So I've been using that, and like I said, I just decided, I need to do it. I shared early on with Danielle that I have recognized there are 3 groups of people that are very successful, especially here in the EN. I mean, in different businesses, but let's say here about an EN. And one group is the ones that have lots of money that can spend buying traffic and maybe even having somebody helping them doing the odds and ends and helping them to do it. And the second group is the people who have been online doing, online business for many years. They have the know-how and the know-how to do this all. And I said to my daughter, I don't have neither, so I have to be in the third group, and that third group is taking massive actions. So that's what I decided to do. We just, I just have to take massive actions, and so that's what I'm basically focusing on now. And I still don't know very much how it all functions, like the syndication and all that. I don't know it, but I'm just trying to do what I have learned, and then we'll clean up the mess later on. So.
Okay, so Elsa, where do you get your topics to blog about?
I have from a tutorial from shoot, what is his name? John Pemberty. He teaches how to do this a keyword search. So I'm going to Google. What is it called? Google. Like a Google keyword finder. So I go there, and then I find keywords what people are looking for, and then when I copy paste them. And then I go to YouTube and Google, and then I look which keyword is already ranking on Google. If it ranks, then I don't use it. But if it is not ranking, let's say on first page, then I go to YouTube and see if that very same keyword is already on YouTube. If somebody has made that, and so if there is one, and if I think I want to try it anyway to beat it, then I try it. If not, then I just use the other one. So that's the strategy that I have been using with keyword. What is it called? Like here, the keyword analyzing, and keyword research and analyzing. And so that's what I have been using.
Okay, so you're checking out the market to see what people are already looking for before you select the blog topic.
Right.
Right. Okay. Good. What about you, Adrian? How are you coming up with your blog topics?
Right now, I'm focusing on targeting military. So I've been doing a lot of things around the military, and picking keywords as well, directing to the military. And with the Kalatu blog, it's looking pretty good. So I'm gonna be hitting first page here any second now. So.
Right on.
Yeah.
So that's your niche, right? Is that your background?
Yes. I was in the Marine Corps. I got out in 2003, and I'm involved with a few groups here in Houston with the military, and there's just a lot of guys who get out, guys and girls that get out, and they're looking for something better. It's one thing to get out. Of course, we're happy to be home, but a lot of times we just get stuck in a regular job that we don't want to be in. Sometimes easy transition and sometimes not, but a lot of cases, the people that I've talked to, after a little while, they're just bugged down, or like, I'm not free, and especially just coming back from Iraq, it was like, I went and fought for our freedom. I'm home. I want to be free. I want to be home with my family, enjoy my time, enjoy my freedom, and make more money than I was doing at my 9-to-5 job. So, it was just a no-brainer. So I want to help other military members as well once they're getting out. I let them know they can have an easy transition to something like this. And they can blog about their story, whatever it was in the military, and just tell their story, because we all have some crazy stories coming out of the military, whether it be family or with their experience in the military or what have you. So it's pretty important. So that's a big thing for me. And at first, a while back, I wasn't really doing that because I was like, well, they're not network marketers, they're not in MLM, they're not in direct sales, and they wouldn't know. But like we all know, with the blog, you could just be anybody. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be a blog. You don't have to be a networker. You don't have to have any online experience at all, because we all know people have just jumped out of. You have moms, dads, stay-at-home moms, people who've never done anything on the internet and are getting success here with our blogging platform. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's called Cash In on Your Passion.
Yeah. So, Adrian, I mean, what you're saying here is you're able to blog about something that you're completely passionate about to an audience that you're completely passionate about.
Exactly. And that's what's important. I mean, like Jay Cron always talks about when he's on the webinars, he's like, it doesn't matter if you want to be underwater basket weaving, which, is kind of a joke here, but it doesn't matter, because whether you're an underwater basket weaving or in the military, there's enough people out there to find you, and that'll join your team. And so it's amazing.
Well, and I think that's key. When you have a platform that allows you to blog about something that you're passionate about to an audience that you're passionate about, you can get into a conversation that you wouldn't be able to otherwise. And that's so key here, because guys, you may be brand new to marketing, and you may have taken some courses, you may have come across some information online, you may be thinking that this is somewhat complicated. But the bottom line is, marketing is just a conversation. It's just a conversation, just like somebody that you would, a conversation that you would have with a workmate, just like a conversation that you would have with anybody. The key to quality conversation is relevancy and relatability and congruency. And when you're able to go out there and have conversations about things that you're passionate about to an audience that you're passionate about, those things are in the bag. And so half of this is already done for you just by having a platform that you can go out there and write about anything that you're passionate about to an audience that you know and you know well. So yeah, Adrian, that's awesome stuff.
Yeah, one thing that you want to keep in mind though is that your blog should actually have one specific theme or topic. Mm-hmm. So in other words, if you're military, right? Adrian's marketing, to the military niche, wouldn't market about playing racquetball. Or painting canvas in his home studio, like whatever your blog topic is, right? Whatever your niche that you're marketing to is, you want to be consistent with that same conversation. So we talked about this recently on another hangout, that you want to drill down into the topic that you're actually passionate about, that you're blogging about, that you're having this conversation, like Danielle mentioned a couple of times. This conversation that you're having, you want to know and become an authority in that particular conversation. So I'm sure Adrian knows a lot about the military, right? And I know, Elsa, you were talking about your blogging to the home business niche. Is that where your focus is?
Yes.
Okay, Elsa. Okay, good. Miguel, who's your ideal target market? Miguel, who are you blogging for?
Yeah, I was listening to you, and I've been investigating. I've been doing research on yoga, because I'm being a yoga teacher for maybe 12 years now, and personal development. Subjects around personal development. I'm used to inspire people to make changes on their lives, and I'm blogging about that. And what's very simple, very simple to me. Usually, what I do, besides the keywords and all that, I read, and then I think about I think a little about what I just read. I think about what means to me what I just read, and then I share my opinion. with people, and I'm quite furious about. We don't say that. I really make a lot of videos because I'm a videoer. On my YouTube, I have like more than 900 videos with more than 700,000 views. So I do a lot of videos, and I really blog a lot with video. And one interesting thing is that if you Google my J. Miguel Borges name, if you Google the name, the first page is full my my name, and the second one is like half of the second one is Miguel. And the interesting part of that is that we influence people. We influence people with everything we think, we say, and we do. Whatever we think, we say, or we do, we influence people. And that's very interesting. And we can add that concept with another one, which is the internet. With the internet, we have no frontiers, no boundaries anymore. But more than that, with the social media, people like us, we got power to influence much more. But the very interesting part of that is that with video, right now, we have this power, like a boost on the power because we're right now, we are like thousands of kilometers away from each other, and we are right here as if we were in the same room. So what I want to say about with this is that we have the power to influence people. We have the video and the easy way to make videos, because with a simple computer we can have a camera and we can make a video. So we can influence people in a very deep way. And the video is a very powerful way to blog. So I just love blogging with videos. And I blog every day, 2, 3, sometimes 4 times a day, most of the time with video, and sharing with people what I believe about life, what I believe you can do with your health, and how you can become well and have time to spend with your family. And more than that, I believe in a better world, and a very interesting part of that is that with Kalatu and with Empower, we got enough time and money to make humanitarian missions, and for us that's very important. And last year we went to Guinea. We made like 5,000 kilometers, taking 10 cars to Guinea, and this year we're taking 50 cars to Guinea. And these humanitarian missions, we're making them just because of Empower. Because right now we have the money and the time. And that's because of the Empower system. And so my concept is that we can influence people much, much easier and with much, much power with the blog, because of all the structure of the blog, because of the SEO of the blog. So we don't need to care about to invest time on that. And I'm zero expert on technical stuff. Zero.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. You know, one thing that you said is that, you know, you focus on, you know, life conversation, you know, conversations about life, conversations about health, you know, how people can feel better. And that's really the perfect conversation for your market. And I think the best message that we could really send out for people is to know your prospects, right? Know the market, you know your prospects better than you even know your product, because when you know what the problems that your market are having, or the conversations that they're having, not just with other people, but in their own head, and then you bring up this conversation on a blog, in a video, right? 700 videos, 700,000 views, right? That's a lot of exposure talking about these things that your market are already talking about, whether they're out loud or internally. The key is to know the conversation that they're having already, and then just kind of bring up that same discussion for them. And it's like you merge onto this, on-ramp without any, any friction at all. It's almost like if you were talking about something completely different. Let's just say we're using Adrian as an example. He's blogging to the military, right? And he comes on talking about how to paint the house, right? He's going to have a crash landing like this. It's just going to go psh. But if he's having a conversation about military and military issues, and what do you do when you get out of the military, and how you take care of your family, how do you supplement your income, if you have some sort of a pension, or conversation that guys and gals in the military would have about their concerns about coming back to civilian life, right? If you're having that conversation on your blog, you're basically merging straight into the conversation that they're already having in their mind. So then you're building authority, you're building credibility. These people get to know, like, and trust you as long as they see that you're consistent and you're providing good value, meaning that you're offering this conversation that makes them feel connected to you, or you're offering information, right? Or you're offering education, how they can do something or be better at something, right? If you're offering inspiration, right? Sharing stories of other people that they may connect with or resonate with, that have had success in an area that they may be struggling, right? Or entertaining to people, right? Entertainment, that's why people go to the movies. That's why we watch, videos. That's why we go, in front of the television if you watch TV.
Right.
Purely entertainment, right? So there's information, education, inspiration, entertainment, connection, right? Having somebody that resonates with you and your message. And then, of course, promotion, using your blog to promote a product, a service, a company, an opportunity, a community, right? A culture, a system, a support team, right? There's so many different things that we could be doing with our blogs, but ultimately it doesn't matter what company you're with, it doesn't matter what product you market or what your opportunity is. You could even be in a direct sales business like real estate, insurance, door-to-door sales, right? If you are in the performance-based business, meaning that you get paid based on your level of performance, and you get paid based on your level of network, meaning like the people who, not just who you know, but people who you know of. In other words, it's not even so much who you know these days, it's who knows you, right? That's the most important thing, is that it's not even so much who you know or know of, but who knows you. So if you're in a business that requires that you're in the public, that you're in the face of the public, or your product is in the face of the public because it's something that people want, need, or can afford, as long as you have an online home, right, which we call a blog, right? If you don't have an online home, then you're just as good as homeless, right? So having a blog, a place to have these conversations without any distractions, a place where you can have these discussions without anybody, clicking on links that don't go to your own work or your own, furthering of this conversation, you probably don't have a successful online business in this market. It's almost impossible. I'm on a lot of leaders and big marketers' email lists, and whether they sell blogs or promote blogs or Kalatu or not, they all blog, right? So not everybody that's blogging is going to become a huge success, but every huge success that I know and I can think of has a blog, a place to post their ideas and their thoughts and their creativity, whether it be written, video, photos, images, right? There's all sorts of ways to communicate a message.
Right.
So really, really great stuff here, guys. So one of the things I wanted to share, Adrian, did you want to say something? Or you're just kind of scratching your face?
Well, yeah, I was going to say, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, what do you think about the fact, like Miguel was saying, he's into yoga and he talks about that a lot, but also personal development, which is another thing that I like to blog about, is personal development and the journey within, because as we all know, you got to go within, or you're going to go without. You know what I mean? It's always about the journey within and changing yourself first before you can do anything else, because most of the times people look at the outside circumstances, and from what I've learned, the circumstances doesn't make the man, it just merely reveals himself to himself I actually got out of a fortune cookie the other day when I went to get some fried rice at the Chinese place, and I was like, wow, that's pretty awesome right there. But it is about and you always talk about that, Aaron, and that's you're a master at that, and just talking about the journey within your story is amazing. But I tied the whole personal development story into the military as well, because obviously going into the military, you have to go within a lot of the things that we had to do, and it's a mental thing, so we have to get outside of our head and start to just take care of what's inside first. So I like to tie in the whole personal development with the military as well. So I think that's important.
Yeah, I mean there's some what we call lateral markets, right, where you can have conversations with your niche about other topics of interest to them. And so, personal growth and development is pretty much a universal conversation. There's nobody in the direct sales or in the, performance-based commission sales type markets that wouldn't want to be better, right, with themselves. In other words, they understand. A lot of people understand that, personal income follows personal growth. Right, you'll never outperform your own self-image, those types of things. And so having that conversation with people that are looking for new ways to make money, pay off their bills, get out of debt, take off some financial pressure, maybe have more options and more choices so they can do the things that they really want to do instead of the things that they're just paid by the hour to do. Right? Those conversations are pretty much universal. Now, obviously, if your niche is, personal development, those types of, conversations are going to resonate more with them. But in any sales-based business or commission-based business in sales or marketing, even advertising, having that conversation with people is really critical. So very good stuff, Adrian.
Well, and yeah, Aaron, this reminds me of an exercise that's awesome for anybody that's thinking about starting a blog. It's just like you said, you want to start with one topic, the topic that you're passionate about. But when you really start to drill down on that, I mean, one exercise that you should go through if you're starting a blog is defining what that topic is going to be about, but then just writing down every single thing that you know about. Just like, Aaron, your niche is definitely the MLM network marketing arena, but there are so many little branch offs that you go into every day. Your writing can be about personal development. Your writing can be about marketing. Your writing can be about sales and recruiting and upselling, and there's so many different facets. Which really makes me think about something else that you touched on, that Miguel touched on. I mean, this really is. I was listening to an audio the other day, and the speaker was talking about Empower Network being a business without borders, and it is that in so many different ways. It is that because you can really write about all kinds of different facets within your expertise. Really getting your voice out there. It's a business without borders because we do business globally with the power of the internet. Your online home is out there 365 years, or 365 days a year, 7 days a week. It's out there all the time. It's a business without borders because what Miguel touched on. I mean, all of you have a yearning, and you may be in a place where you're in survival mode right now, and you're not completely aware of it. But we all have that philanthropic side of us, that part of us that wants to give back. And just like the Lazies are doing, I know just like Aaron has been a part of, definitely in a lot of different areas, there are ways for you to give back, but you got to be able to take care of yourself first. But then every single one of you that's on the line tonight that has that yearning, that has that longing, that has that place in the world where you just know it's yours to give back to, again, business without borders. And so yeah, you business without borders in terms of this is not the norm. The norm is to go out there, to get a good education, to get a job, but it's outdated advice. The new way of being is the internet, the new way to make money, the new way to find success in this economy and this day and age that we live in is self-sufficiency. And self-sufficiency with technology, getting out there, getting your hands on this type of education, and getting yourself positioned where you can go out there and take anything, whether it's a product that you created or leveraging someone else's education, expertise, like we have here with Empower Network, and being able to market that on a global level to start taking care of yourself, your family, the people that you love right here and now.
Yeah, I love what I think it was Seth Godin said. He said, "Why not set up a life that you don't have to look to escape from?" Right? Yeah. And like when people go on vacation and they go to happy hour on Wednesday, right? They have hump day and then they do happy hour on Friday and they just like try to escape from the reality of their life. And here, being in home-based business and especially being an online entrepreneur, you have the freedom and the flexibility to literally, fit your business into your life. Mm-hmm. So you're not really escaping life. You're just, living your life and fitting your business in between your everyday lifestyle. That's how I live my life. I don't, focus on just my business and then try to squeeze my life in between. I focus on my life, and I have a business that I run, in between, doing the things that I normally do to, take care of myself and my family. And that's the beauty of, being an entrepreneur, is that you get to pick and choose when you work, where you work, and whom you work with. And, that's one of the beauties of, having a blog, is that you can attract people into your market that you otherwise would never have access to, because people will come from all over to your home site, right? Your online home, to read more information and read more of your opinions and perspective and just look and watch your creativity unfold. So that's what's been most exciting for us. I want to share a little bit of what happened for us, Danielle, over the last 6 or 8 weeks since I started blogging on the Kalatu system. And for those of you that don't know, I've primarily built my business through a combination of cold traffic, right? Purchasing traffic and leads from large mailing houses and online lead vendors and so on and so forth, where they would drive people who were looking for new ways to make money and start a home-based business or get on the internet and make money for the first time, right? Those were the niche that I marketed to, and we were buying a ton of traffic and leads, and we were sending people through our marketing funnel so that they could learn a little bit more about who we are, what we do, and how they could be a part of it, right? And for the last 6 years on the internet, I spent a great deal of money on driving cold traffic, and it's been extremely profitable. It's been extremely profitable. Now, once that person has become a lead inside my marketing funnel, right? They put their name or their email address, really not their name, but their email address into a field and submit their information. They became a subscriber to my autoresponder list. And that autoresponder list would send out emails, based on when they got into the marketing funnel, and it would send out day 1. And then on day 2, it would send out another message. And on day 3, it would send out another one. On day 4, and it would go on and on and on. And, I have literally hundreds of messages in my follow-up campaign that have been dripping on people now for up to 2 years. And, plus I broadcast messages to these people on a daily basis, sometimes 2 messages a day, sometimes 3 messages a day. And when you get comfortable on your keyboard, it might only take you a few minutes, 15 minutes or so, to write up an email broadcast and send it out to hundreds, thousands, even tens of thousands of people. And so that's how I've been building my business, sending people back into our marketing funnel to buy our products, sending them to blogs to learn a little bit more about who we are, again, what we do, how they can be a part of it, our products or services, our company, our opportunity. And I was sharing a lot of information with people. Well, about 8 weeks ago, maybe even a little bit longer than that, probably more like 12 weeks ago, back in the late fall, I actually turned off all of my paid advertising and marketing. And I did that for several reasons. Number one, because we knew that we were going to be coming into this Kalatu platform here shortly. And more importantly, we knew the benefits, the upside potential of bringing in a more quality prospect and lead into our marketing funnel. Now, just a few hours ago, I was on the phone with Danielle, and she called to tell me she ran some of our numbers, and over the last couple of years, right, since we've been a part of Empower Network, we do what's called a customer evaluation, where we determine the value of a basic member that comes into our marketing system. And a basic member is somebody who purchases the Kalatu viral blogging system, and it's only $25 to purchase the membership. But we also have additional products that people can elect to purchase. And some people come in at the basic membership, and they want to learn how to blog. They want to blog about their own products. They want to blog about their own services or company. And then there are people that want to blog, and they also want to learn exactly how to blog, and they want to learn the best ways to position their offer, and they want to learn more about traffic and getting quality leads into the funnel. They want to learn about conversions. They want to learn about how to use the combination of both the internet and the telephone to make bigger ticket sales. Depending on what company or product you're in, right? Every company and product has a different opportunity. So about 6 or 8 weeks ago, I began blogging literally every day. Like every single day, I've been blogging. Sometimes twice a day, I'll post, so that we can upload my content onto a blog. And what we've discovered is that our customer value, when we were driving cold traffic, which was in the $700 or $800 range, between $700 and $800, Danielle.
Yeah, I will say $750. We'll stay right there.
Right, so $750, and on the low side, obviously $700, high side $800. But let's just say $750 down the middle.
And I just want to make sure people are clear. So for every $25 blogging member that came in, Aaron could count on about $750 coming in.
Right. Now that was again blogging. That was mostly cold traffic. That was
all, pretty much all cold traffic, and then Aaron warming them up with some killer email marketing, but they were coming in the front door through cold marketing.
Right. They didn't know us at all. In other words, they opted in. They put their email address into our lead capture page, and then they learned a little bit more about the products and opportunities that we offer.
Mm-hmm.
So the way we did it about 8 weeks ago when I started blogging back in November was now we have all this content that I've been focusing on and writing and creating. And my niche is in the home business arena. Okay, could be internet marketing, it could be network marketing or multi-level marketing, it could be affiliate marketing. Anybody that wants to work from home is really my target market.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so my blog is all based on home business tips. Okay, and it's everything from the mindset to the mechanics to the skill set, to the paradigms and to the big picture overview of what it takes to be successful being self-employed. I've been self-employed now for over 2 decades. I haven't had a job since, I don't even remember, 1995, I guess. Now that it's been 20 years, I have not had a job. I haven't had a boss. I haven't had a commute. I haven't had a salary. I haven't had a vacation days or sick days. I never had to call anybody to tell them that I wasn't coming to work. If I didn't want to work, I just don't work. Like yesterday, I took the day off and I went skiing at Breckenridge here in the state of Colorado where I live. And while I was on the mountain, I don't even know how much money we made, multiple 4 figures. Okay. Now we don't make any guarantees, so make sure you see the income disclaimer at empowernetwork.com/income.php. However, I will say this: since we started blogging about 8 weeks ago, roughly, right? Because of the quality of the content and the quality of the visitors and the people who are opting in to take a look at my marketing funnel and what it is I sell and so forth, right? The business I build, right? My product, my opportunity, my customer value has gone from 750 to now over 1,150 in literally just the last 6 to 8 weeks, doing nothing different except for the fact that instead of bringing in a cold market who doesn't know, like, or trust me, I have people that are all over my blog. We're getting somewhere between 300 and 400 visitors per day to come look at my blog content, and because of that fact, they feel more comfortable not only getting started, but buying everything that Empower Network offers. You know, from our viral blogging system all the way through the master's courses, we're getting more people that are committing to learning how to be a successful online entrepreneur now than we ever have before in such a short period of time with so few leads that we're generating. In other words, we're not, you know, buying 400 or 500 leads a day. We're getting in maybe 10 to 20 leads a day that are such high quality, I can only imagine what's going to happen when we're doing 100 leads a day. So, you know, I can just tell you that the quality of your prospects and the quality of your traffic is going to increase by blogging. Again, it doesn't matter what company, it doesn't matter what product, it doesn't matter what opportunity, it doesn't matter what compensation or pay plan that you run or whatever community you're a part of. If you're not blogging and you have an online business, you are making one of the most grave mistakes I can possibly tell you. Again, because when people get to know, like, and trust you, it doesn't even matter what you sell. If you're an authority in their niche or in that market that they're looking to buy from, right? It's about getting the right message in front of the right person at just the right time and having more and more people looking at you and paying attention with all ears and eyes and listening into you share your message. That's the key to you breaking through to your next level of success.
Exactly, Aaron. I mean, the difference is everything that you just said, you're leading with value at this point. You are giving away freebies constantly, free golden nuggets, rather than people just coming in through a 3-line ad. Still very quality, still very profitable like you saw, but now what we're seeing is a lot fewer numbers having to come through the door. And the quality has just shot sky high. The quality in terms of how qualified they are, and obviously, as you heard Aaron put out the numbers there, how much money they're spending as well.
Yeah.
And that's a win-win for everybody. We want people coming in these doors that are qualified, not just that are going to spend a lot of money, but they want this kind of business. They're in this to run with us, and that's exactly what we're seeing right now.
Yeah. One more thing I want to add, because I think this is really, really powerful. When you have a blog, you can actually condition your traffic, meaning you can condition it by talking about what's called price conditioning, effort conditioning, and expectation conditioning. In other words, when somebody knows what they're going to get once they pay their money to get the product, and they know what it's going to take for them to be successful because you're already giving them that information before they even get started, you're going to have a much, it's almost like clearing your path to the target. I always use this analogy. It's like clearing your path to your target before you start shooting. You're not going to hit the trees or the bushes or, you know, some tree house. You're going to hit the target that you're aiming for without any resistance or interference or distraction, and you're going to be able to really get to the heart of the matter, which is how you can help people change their situation from where they are right now, okay, to where they really want to be. And when you use your blog, right, when you use this specific platform called Kalatu, not only are you going to learn exactly what to do and how to do it, but you're also going to be supported by a community of bloggers, people that are also, like you, posting content on a daily basis because they know that content is king or queen, right? Content is king or queen. And I can tell you that when Danielle said that I'm giving away free information, I know no more about my subject than you know about yours, right? If you're blogging for the military, if you're blogging for people who take an active interest in their health, if they're into yoga like Miguel is, into natural alternative medicine, right? If somebody like Elsa, Elsa's targeting stay-at-home moms, or if Elsa's targeting people who are looking for ways to make money, right? The more you know about a specific subject, the easier it is for you to kind of roll that right off your tongue into your fingertips and put it on the blog and make that public so that you have permanent real estate that you can consistently get people to look at. And when you get that many eyes on your business and your product and your opportunity, whatever it is, whatever it might be, that, my friends, is really the key to the vault, I call it, where somebody can come in here without any experience and start using a blog to create that conversation and further the discussion and get that authority and get people to know, like, and trust them, so that when those people are ready to buy, it's them that they buy from. And that's how people are making absolute fortunes here blogging online here. So,
Aaron, I want to share one other thing, and I haven't even shared this with you yet. I'm not sure if you've looked it up, but just to demonstrate what you were just saying, in doing some of the groundwork that I was doing today, and I'm going to preface this here. Aaron and neither Aaron or myself, we're not SEO experts. I mean, Aaron leads with value through and through, and then we repurpose and syndicate the crap out of it. Okay, so and Aaron will tell you this. You'll hear this from Aaron if you work with him. We do two things. We market daily, and we tell people about it. And we tell people about it in an automated way, and that's what the syndication thing is that you're hearing about it. Kalatu didn't even launch until what? The beginning of December?
yeah, roughly.
So it hasn't even been this 3-month period of time that we're talking about. We're talking about 8 weeks. And I Googled Aaron's, or I typed in Aaron's domain into Alexa, which basically you can type in any domain. If you're not familiar with Alexa, you can type in any domain, and it tells you how trafficked that site is on both a global and a national level. And just by marketing, so posting on the blog, and then telling people about it, not any SEO guru type stuff, anything like that, Aaron's blog is now within the top 600,000 most trafficked sites, most trafficked blogs globally. And that's off 2 months of work.
Yeah, and just so
that's the power of this.
Yeah, just so people understand, there's over, I think, 2 billion.
Everything's online.
There's over 2 billion websites on the internet, from what some of the stats.
Everything's online. I mean, to be even within the top 1 million globally, on 2 months of work, it's unheard of, definitely. So that's some of the power behind this blog. Again, just off of posting daily and then getting the word out there. And Aaron, I know you may have some stuff to add, but I mean, on that note, and just thinking about really the simplicity of all of this, I'd love to hear from each of you. I mean, Aaron touched on this a little bit with each of you, how do you get your blog topics, that kind of thing, but what are you guys doing on a daily basis? From the blog topic to getting it out there, how simple can this be for people? And some of you are muted.
So, go ahead, Miguel.
No, I just didn't understand the question.
So what are you guys doing on a daily basis? About how long does this take you to get from getting the blog post out there to letting people know about it? What's your process?
Okay, do you want to, well, actually, I'll take, say, to do a very, very wide syndication, which is spreading the word, the word, say 2 hours a day.
Okay.
But actually, I'm doing a we call it the God's plan. You heard about? Because you have this system. I'm working with almost 20 social networks.
Okay.
So we have this system that we spread the word very widely.
Okay.
But blogging and preparing my blog, I don't take more than half an hour. So, and doing the shorter version of spreading the word, it will take me not more than half an hour too. So I can do it in 1 hour. And the interesting part is, like the other day, I challenged myself about blogging in just 10 minutes, and I did it. So because if we, obviously, when you start, you cannot do it very fast because you're thinking about several stuff, but and issues but when you get used to and when you simplify and because of the Kalatu is so simple, you don't take much more than doing it all. The blogging, it's not more than half an hour because when you get used to read and to think about what you just read, and then to add some personal value, what it means to you, and then usually I think I work the other way around. I'm focused on my target niche, on my niche, and I rather prefer writing my blog post freely, and after that I think on the keyword. So it's the other way around, but for me it works well. So there's no good or wrong. If it works with you, that's okay.
Sure.
So that's it. So and then investing a little bit on getting traffic, paid traffic. When we figured out some interesting ways to invest a little and get very good traffic, and the good part of that is once you learn it, it took me not more than 10 minutes to do my publicity to get some traffic, not more than 10 minutes. And there are some days that like 10 minutes, because once you get used to what you have to do, and once you understand the small pieces of the puzzle, it gets so simple. So at the beginning, you have some simple tasks to do, and after those, you start understanding more and more and more. And I think the key point is to keep it simple. I think that's the key point. If you don't mind, I'll share one thing that I didn't share before about when you have something to sell. And it's very interesting because I've been talking with some companies and friends managing companies, and is one interesting idea is we usually, when we have something to sell, we use to try to catch the clients, and what we do, we work the other way around. We attract the clients. So imagine you have something to sell. The concept is you want to sell to people who need your product or service, want it, and can afford it. And this is very interesting because they need the product or service, they want, and they can pay for it. And it's very different to sell to those who need, want, and can pay. It's very different to try to sell to anyone or try to sell to people that you don't know if they need or you don't know if they want, because they may need and don't want, and they may need and want and cannot afford. And with the kind of marketing we do, we can be very precise and do the marketing to attract people who need, want, and can afford what we have. And that's very important. And you can save a lot of money with that.
Definitely, Miguel. It reminds me of a Mike Dillard quote of, the difference between hunting and being the hunted.
Yeah.
Definitely. So it's awesome stuff. So yeah, to summarize what you're saying, you're working just over 2 hours a day on your business right now. And with Kalatu, you've been able to cut down the time that it takes you to create a blog post and spend more time getting that blog post out there and publicity with your business?
In my case, I'm a speed doer, but in my case, it cut on maybe half of time, because everything is included in the platform, and in a way much user friendly and much quicker. So it's much quicker than before, and before it was already quick.
Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Elsa, Adrian, anything you guys want to bring to the table
I
here?
have a question. Miguel, can I ask you, you were saying that you had, was it 20 or 200 social networks that you were trying to get your word out?
Yeah.
Was it 20 or 200?
No. Almost 20.
20.
Maybe
Okay.
17, precisely 70, 18. Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't quite sure if I had understood it right there. So.
No, yeah.
Okay. That's good. That's very good. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Okay. Well, the way I do it is also I'm really trying to be organized in, I try to do first in the morning to get this done so that it's done before I get bogged down into, everything else that needs to be done throughout the day. And between blogging, when I write my blog, and some takes longer than others because sometimes writing just takes me longer, and then I syndicate it, and like I said, I made a video for YouTube where I then introduce the blog. So I do that one after the other one. Now, there are a few things that I don't do every day, like for instance what I said early on, like keyword research and the analyzing the keywords. When I do that, I do like a whole bunch at once so that I don't have to do it every day. So I do maybe 10, 20 keyword research and analyze them, and then I have for a week or two, I have my keywords ready, and I just choose which one I want to use this day and so on. And and then I send it all to my list, and I send it to syndicate through my blog on Google and Twitter, and then the list. So that's basically what I do.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, I want to make sure everybody. Hey, can you hear me, Danielle?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just want to make sure everybody understands what keyword research is. Basically, when people go onto search engines like Google, like Yahoo or Bing, what they do is they type in a question, right? So let's just say, for example, the question that they're typing in is, what is the best local restaurant, right? Or what's the most popular local restaurant? Let's just say you went onto Google and typed that in, right? Well, that would be considered what's called a long tail keyword. And let's just say out of the 300 million people in the United States, you had 1 million people that typed that in per month, right? Well, that's a lot of people looking for the most popular restaurant in their area, right? So the keyword research is going to determine how many people are actually searching for that specific conversation. They're looking for that answer. They're looking for some information relevant to what they're searching for. So to break it down even further, a lot of times people go online and they type in how to make money from home or home-based business, right? These searches could be as many as 5 million per month. I remember at a time when we were advertising on Google, and there was 5 million searches for how to make money online or how to make money from home per month. So it was very, very competitive, meaning that there was probably a lot of people who were looking for that information, but the people that already owned those top spots on the first page of Google, had been doing it for so long, and they'd probably, been spidered into the search engines for so long that it would be very, very difficult to knock them out of those spots. So instead of looking for those general terms, you may want to get more specific, right? How to make money on the internet in the state of, California, right? So you can break down your search and get specific in different location or specific topics or specific niches, and you may find that there's a lot less people looking in that specific region of the country, and so now you can use those words in the question, right, or in the keyword search, like how to make money from home in the state of California. You can use those in your marketing and in your blog post, and it's called keyword-rich content. So you're actually matching what the person would be searching for, word for word, with what the content you provide in your post itself. And so it's, keyword research tells you how many people are looking for that information. And we used to call it the sweet spot, right? If 1 million people were searching for that information, there was probably too many people because it was very competitive. But if we found somewhere in the range of between, say, 50,000 or up to like 250,000 people per month were searching for that specific topic, we would rank, we would do our best to rank to get on the first page of Google based on, obviously, keyword-rich content and, creating a post that would get spidered into the search engine. And because Empower Network's domain is so powerful, it's such an authority in the domains, when you do your research like Elsa's talking about, find those keywords in your niche, right, that conversation that you're having with your audience, where it's between, say, 50 and, I don't know, Danielle, what do you think is the best sweet spot? Between 50 and a couple 100,000 searches per month? Or
yeah, I would say up to about 500,000, and that's competing websites, not searchers, but competing websites.
Okay.
You've got a chance of being ranked. And guys, this is powerful stuff. I mean, some of you may be just like, what, keyword research, what? But this is something that when you learn how to do, which you have the opportunity to do here at Empower Network, it allows you, just like you'll read in Aaron's blog post, just like you'll hear him say, to go out there and have the ability to market anything to anyone, to anywhere in the world. And so this is powerful, powerful stuff. And again, something that you have the opportunity to really become an expert on inside of this education line.
Awesome. I'm glad we touched on that a little bit more. Aaron, I appreciate you digging in more on that, because I just had a friend message me. She's actually watching right now, and she's like, I'm glad he explained that, like he got more into detail about exactly what keywords are and how to find keywords. Another thing that I do, as far as instead of going to Google Keyword Planner, which I use as well, but you know how Google, when you put in the search engine, it auto-populates all the questions that people are already asking. That's a good way to kind of get that long-tail keyword instead of just the individual keyword, is to type in whatever you're looking for, and it breaks down like the whole, like Aaron was saying, how to make money online in Texas or whatever. It breaks down the whole long-tail keyword for you. So from there, you can kind of look through those and just break down those and see how many people are searching instead of going on the Google Keyword Planner, just using. Of course, you can put the long tail keyword in there too, but I found that doing it through the regular search bar in Google has helped a lot as well, because you can see exactly the questions that people are already asking. So.
Yeah, that's good stuff, Adrian. I'm glad we answered your friend's question, because I'm sure there's a lot of people that have this question. What is keyword research? How does it actually work? And Elsa kind of opened up that can of worms, and we just kind of dovetailed into this next part of the conversation. But that's good stuff. I mean, this is really important to know when you're creating keyword-rich content, because, again, knowing the conversation that your audience is having and then being able to merge right in nice and smooth, you're going to create a very seamless transition, and people are going to feel comfortable knowing that you're an authority in your niche. And what happens is people get to know, like, and trust you. Here's something I want to point out before we wrap up and put a bow on this one, is that I want you to think about somebody who you look up to and respect in your market, right? So for you, Adrian, maybe, like say like a captain or, a lieutenant. I don't know the ranking of a Marine, like the.
I was a sergeant, so.
Sergeant, right? What, is that what's the highest level in the Marines?
That'd be a 4-star general, but yeah, as far as brass and being an officer.
So imagine this. Imagine a 4-star general, right? Started a blog that you were interested in the conversation he was having about how to progress through the ranks of being a Marine. Let's just say that was a conversation that he was having on his blog, right? And you were reading his blog, and you were on there more than once, maybe once, 2, 3 times a week, and you became accustomed to going to his blog every week, right? and then you find out that he actually runs a business, right? You know, and he's looking to bring a few key people on to, you know, show how to be successful working with him, right? If you really looked up to and respected this person, there is a good chance that you might want to take a look at what he's doing, right? You might want to take a look at what he's doing. So it's the same exact thing. When you become an authority on the topic that you're blogging about and you create an audience, you attract an audience, like Miguel said, where they're already interested in the topic, and now you're just expanding on the topic, having conversation, and you're getting, you know, them to agree with you. You're in rapport with them, right? Where they're already thinking, you know, this is good stuff. This is the stuff I like to, you know, this is stuff that stirs their soul. And then they find out that you also run a business that they can be, you know, a participant in, that you could partner up and be on the same team here. You could create something together and collaborate, right? If you've done your job, if you've done your work well, and you've created enough value, like Danielle said, you know, raising that, what's called the free line, giving away as much as you can, right, before the point where they pull out their credit card and purchase, this is how you gain followers that become customers, they become members, they become, you know, affiliates on your team, they become clients for life. And this is exactly what I did for the last 6 years to build a multiple seven-figure business on the internet. And trust me when I tell you, you know, I'm no better than you. I just got started sooner. And so for those of you that are watching this hangout right now that haven't yet decided to become a member, now's your chance, because we're looking to partner up with a few key people here in 2015 that want to run to a 6 and possibly even a 7-figure business. Now, again, we make no guarantees. You want to see our income disclaimer for our affiliates at empowernetwork.com/income.php. But if you're in any type of business from home, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're in any type of sales or commission-based business that's based on performance, this education is something that you could absolutely leverage to your benefit to increase your profits, increase your sales, and build this audience so that not only do you get people that are watching you to buy from you, but you get referrals, you get people that share your content, they send it out all over the internet, they virally, put it out there for you without you even having to ask them. If your content is good and you're getting better, chances are people are going to spread the word, whether whether they're on your team or not, or whether they're a customer of yours or not. If you put the message out there that says that you're the authority in your niche, I promise you, people are going to come from miles away to literally throw gasoline on you and watch you burn. So, that being said, anyone else have anything left to add? Miguel, Elsa, Adrian, Danielle, before we wrap up?
Yeah. I just want to share with you that we have a mission, and it's very, very interesting when you find your why you have a life, and what you really want to do with your life, and why you want to do it, and then you find your passion, and you combine those, and you focus on that, fulfilling your life. And if you do whatever you do based on that, you get an inner power, and that's very powerful. Bye-bye.
Absolutely. It's like we talked about before. You turn your passion, or you cash in on your passion. Right. You cash in on your passion and your mission. Right. Your mission is really what your life's purpose is. And when you
Aaron,
yes.
Thank you so much for inviting.
Yeah, it was so great to have you, man. I love your contribution. And, one of the great things is that, you, Miguel, are going to be on stage in Las Vegas in, literally just a week from this weekend. We're going to be out there on the 23rd through the 25th in Lake Las Vegas. So if you're a member, or you're literally serious about, not literally, but serious about generating a 6-figure income and above in 2015, you want to be out in Vegas with us. Here's what's happening. About 1,500 of us are getting together at a live event for 3 days on a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And we have the world's authority on blogging. His name is Neil Patel. He's going to be coming out to our VIP day on Sunday, January 25th. And what you're going to be getting on Friday night, all day Saturday, and then at our VIP event on Sunday is going to be life-changing income on how to take your creativity and your ideas and for the very first time get paid for them far more than a job is worth, far more than any employment could ever pay you. It's your chance for the first time to get paid what you're worth, right, in the marketplace. So I am excited for you, Miguel, to be speaking to the entire team out there in Las Vegas, and I know Adrian's going to be out there. I'm looking forward to seeing you, Elsa.
See you on stage.
What's that?
See you on stage.
On stage.
You will be on stage. That's right, my friend.
Aaron, I would like to just tag on here a little bit about the importance about attending functions, but also like hangouts like this have very often so good information to take away. Like the other day, was it about 2 weeks ago, on one of the Empower hangouts, where that was shoot, what is his name again? No, he was saying about how his wife was, she just even prescribed to a few magazines, and that's where she would get her topics or the idea about what to blog about. And so what I have been doing is I'm just listening to some motivational speakers just to get information or to get an idea of what to blog about or what to incorporate, because motivational information that is covering quite a bit wide variety of niches as well. So whether it's a hangout, whether it's a big function, information come where you maybe never know it's there. So that that information that we have been question about, what we like to learn about.
Right.
Absolutely.
Our books of uncashed checks, like they say.
Yeah.
Right on.
Awesome stuff. Well, guys, I got to wrap up here because I got some other commitments. Got to put my little guy to bed here in a few minutes. We're going to read a book. And close mine with some great content and information before bed, of course, a bedtime story. So all I want to say is this, gang. I am super excited to meet a lot of you that are coming out to Vegas for the first time. We have an awesome team showing up. Probably, I know my team alone probably has about 2.5 or 3 dozen members. And then we've got all of you guys. We've got the Lazies. We've got all the team coming out. We'll probably have somewhere between 50 and 60 people on the team coming out, and I just am really looking forward to meeting you. If you haven't gotten started yet, click the link below. You can watch a video, a little bit more about our company, our products, our opportunity. You'll learn a little bit more about, again, who we are, what we do, and how you can be a part of it. Obviously, there's a register now button. Get your Kalatu blog. We're in the beta test. We're actually still in the very early stages. We're beta testing. Even though we're getting incredible results, we're getting all this traffic, generating leads, making sales, we're still in the beta test, which means that it's very early on. Very early on. This is an opportunity for you to get on board in the very early stages of a platform, right? We're going to become the largest for-profit blogging community in the world, and we already have a pretty good jump start over the last 3 years, becoming one of the fastest growing and the most successful internet communities ever established online. And now with the release of Kalatu and all the success that our members are experiencing, now's your time. If you're going to make 2015 your breakthrough year, click the button below, register, get your Kalatu, and let's hook up as quickly as possible for a one-on-one game plan call. You'll go through a series of fast start training. You'll get through a series of startup steps, and we'll make sure that you know exactly what to do and how to do it so that you too can be blogging with us and literally building a business from the comfort and safety of your own home on the internet, working with us for the support, the leadership, and the mentorship that you came here for. So that being said, thanks for being here, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. I know there's a lot of things that you could be doing with your time right now, but the fact that you're here tells me that this is exactly where you're supposed to be, at the right place, at the right time, but most importantly for the right reasons and the right people. Gang, this is Aaron Rashkin. Thanks to Adrian, Danielle, Miguel, and Elsa Moss for being here tonight. And this is officially a wrap. Click the link below, get on board, and we'll be in touch with you by tomorrow morning with your next step. Have a great night, everybody.
Good night. See you guys in Vegas.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Appreciate y'all.
Right here.